The second business objective is to increase market share. So remember, we're looking at 5 business objectives, 4 financial, 1 social. And this particular one is our second financial, to increase market share. What is market share? Well, it is the sales of the business as a percentage of the total market sales. So, for example, if our business had a product and we sold $30 million of that product this year, and the overall sales for the entire market of that product were 100 million, and that includes us, so our 30's in there, we would say our market share is 30%. So that is our percentage of the total market sales. 3 in every 10 of whatever this product is that are sold are from our business. Now, it can also be expressed in dollar sales or units sold. And that sounds a bit odd, but yeah, a business can actually have 2 market share figures for the one thing. What do we mean? Well, let's say sales of our product were $20 million and sales for the entire industry or market was $60 million. Well, our share of that is 33%. However, that's actually different to units sold, because units sold could be we maybe sold 20,000 units of our product, and in the entire industry there were only 40,000 units sold. So that means our market share in units is actually 50%. Either way, I think most questions we'll deal with this one, where it's in dollars. This one's actually really hard to obtain data for in the real world. We can much easier get this one from real businesses. But either way, it's kind of expressing what percentage of the market the business has as a percentage of the total market. So looking at smartphone sales in 2018, for example, just like with any product, we can divide it up into the big players and their market share. So you probably think Apple has the biggest market share, but if we're looking globally, it does not. Samsung in 2018 had 21% of global smartphone sales. So if 100 smartphones were sold today, 21 of those were Samsung. Huawei was 16%, and then we had Apple at 12%. Then we got some other brands. But over time that changes. So in 2019, for example, Samsung's global market share went up. Huawei's went up, Apple's went down. Yeah, that's what happens to market share over time. It's not a constant thing. Each year it's going to be different. All right, well, why do we want market share to go up? Well, market share basically goes up if you're increasing sales. So what's good about that? Well, if you can increase sales, you can increase net profit. Well, what's good about that? Well, the first business objective we looked at was to make net profit go up. That's good because it increases your dividends to shareholders. And we want shareholders to be happy with us because shareholders vote to keep the board and the management employed. That also makes your share price go up, which is always positive. And if you're a senior manager, maybe your pay is linked to the share price going up, so you get a bonus. We also want market share to go up because if we make more sales, we make more profits, and then we can reinvest those profits back into the business to make the business better, hire better people, pursue new markets, make new products, etc. How can we make market share go up? Now this gets a little bit tricky. How can you take a bigger share of the market? Well, one you can do is, like, let's say the size of the market isn't going to get bigger. Here's what it was last year. Here's what it was this year. It's 100 million. But we can increase our slice of the pie. So last year maybe we had 10% of the market of a $100 million market, and now we've got 25% of a $100 million market. How will we do that? Well, basically what we're saying is we can't grow the market itself. So we're going to take existing customers from competitors. We can do that by making a better product, lowering our price, developing a good marketing campaign, and maybe offering better purchasing and delivery options. So that is option 1. Increase your slice of the pie, but the pie stays the same size. Option 2, maybe we just make the pie bigger. So last year our product, the total market sales were 100 million and we had 10%. Well, why don't we make the pie bigger? Why don't we, the size of the market goes up to 150 million and we also still sell 10%? Well, relatively speaking, we've made more sales. That's good. We've kept our market share the same. But in terms of our sales, that's gone up because the size of the pie is bigger. How do we do that? Well, what we're trying to do there is trying to get people who've never bought the product to buy it. So we're making sales to new customers to the market. So how do we do that? Well, we encourage first-time purchasers, people who haven't ever had a smartphone. We encourage them to buy one. We make new products, so we have a new iPhone every year. That's a great way to get new customers to come to the market. And also we spin off the brand into new product categories. That's a great way to do it. So we've got the iPad, the Apple Watch, Apple TV, etc. That's another way you can actually grow the size of the market.